Welcome back to our channel. You know old is gold, but these rare coins that are most valuable than you think. Don't spend these coins if you have these coins. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that, at first glance, looks completely ordinary, just a little Lincoln penny from 1960. You think, it's just a penny. And yet, this tiny piece of copper could literally change your life. Yes, I said change your life. Because one subtle detail on this 1960 D mint mark Lincoln penny could be worth a staggering $909,000 today. That's not a typo. Almost $1 million hiding in your coin jar, your pocket, or maybe tucked away in a dusty drawer. And here's the thing, most people walk right past it without even noticing. That's the beauty and the danger of rare coin collecting. You could be sitting on a fortune and not even know it. Now, before you think, well, that could never be me. Let me ask, have you ever ignored something because it seemed too small, too ordinary, too insignificant to matter? How many times has life proven you wrong when you finally took a closer look? The 1960 D Lincoln penny is a perfect example of that exact principle. It looks like every other penny in your change. But the mint mark and the subtle error distinguish it from every other coin in existence. This isn't just a coin. It's a story, a rare moment frozen in time, and it's an extraordinarily high demand. Let's dive into what makes this penny so rare and so valuable. The 1960 D Lincoln penny error is known for its distinctive die error, a misalignment in the minting process that occurred at the Denver Mint. These errors were accidents, sure, but as with all things rare, accidents create opportunity. Only a tiny fraction of pennies from that year were minted this way. Which means that if you happen to have one in your collection, you're not holding just a coin, you're holding a nearly 1 in a million masterpiece. And here's where it gets exciting. Collectors and investors are literally fighting over coins like this. The competition drives prices higher and higher. Pause for a second. Can you imagine telling a friend you sold a penny for almost $1 million? They'd probably laugh. A penny? They'd say. But that laughter only makes the story sweeter. That's what makes this rare coin such a thrilling investment. It's small, humble, and unassuming, yet its value is enormous. Think about the power of being able to transform something seemingly trivial into a life-altering asset. And here's a little secret. The market for rare coins like this is hotter than ever. Wealthy collectors, investors, and even museums are actively hunting for these one-in-a-lifetime coins. The moment you recognize what you have, the opportunity to sell is immediate, urgent, and profitable. Now, here's something to make you sit up straight. Did you know that some sellers have waited too long, thinking the market would stay the same, only to miss their chance entirely? Prices are rising steadily, and each passing day could mean hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost opportunity. This is where fear becomes motivation. But it's the good kind of fear, the kind that pushes you to act before it's too late. Your chance to sell a 1960 D mint mark Lincoln penny for a life-changing sum may be right now. So, what does this mean for you? It means that if you have old pennies tucked away in jars, albums, or drawers, you could be sitting on your personal gold mine. And not just any gold mine, almost $1 million gold mine. The 1960 D mint mark Lincoln penny error isn't just a coin, it's proof that attention to detail, knowledge, and a little curiosity can unlock immense wealth. It's a reminder that treasures are often hidden in plain sight. And the demand? Absolutely overwhelming. Serious collectors would pay handsomely for the chance to own this coin, and the market value isn't slowing down anytime soon. Think about this. One ordinary-looking coin in your hand could secure your financial future, allow you to indulge in the lifestyle you've dreamed of, or give you the freedom to explore opportunities you've never dared to consider. And it's all because you recognized its worth and acted decisively. Imagine the excitement of holding that coin, knowing that the next phone call could change your life forever. This isn't fantasy. This is reality for those who are informed, observant, and bold enough to act. Before we finish, here's a little pattern interrupt question. Have you ever sold something that seemed worthless, only to discover later it was worth a fortune? If not, consider that moment now. The 1960 D Lincoln penny is that something for hundreds of Americans today. Don't let it pass you by. The opportunity is real, the market is active, and the potential is extraordinary. If you're ready to turn a simple penny into a nearly $1 million fortune, the first step is to identify, authenticate, and take action. Remember, history favors the bold, and rare coins like this one don't wait for anyone. So check your collection, check your drawers, and check your mind for missed opportunities. That tiny copper disc from 1960 could be your ticket to a lifestyle most people only dream about. The clock is ticking, the market is hungry, and your fortune could be one discovery away. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life forever. Not just any coin, but a seemingly ordinary 1962 Lincoln penny with a DE mint mark, a small, copper disc that, to the untrained eye, looks like thousands of others in your pocket or drawer. Yet, for collectors and insiders, this coin is a veritable goldmine, a hidden treasure that the United States Mint never intended to create. Today, we're talking about a coin so rare, so sought after, that its current market value can reach an astonishing $898,000. Yes, you heard that right, almost $1 million for a penny. Now, before you rush to check your loose change, consider this. Every year, thousands of these pennies slip by unnoticed, buried in jars, drawers, and dusty coin albums. Someone has to recognize it, someone has to act, or that fortune could vanish before you even realize it's there. And here's the kicker: one tiny minting error, something as subtle as a misaligned die or a doubled image, turns this modest penny into a treasure worth more than most people earn in a lifetime. Let me take you behind the scenes. In 1962, the Denver Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies. But a rare few emerged with errors so subtle that only the sharpest eyes could spot them. This is no ordinary minting flaw. This is a coin with a DE mint mark misplacement, a doubled die, or a rare striking anomaly that transforms it from pocket change into an artifact worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Collectors don't just want it, they need it. The demand is sky high, and every coin like this is a limited edition of destiny. Here's the part that truly excites. These coins are not just valuable, they're life-changing. One right coin in the right hands can turn decades of overlooked pennies into a fortune. Can you imagine sitting on a simple coin, a relic from the 1960s, that could fund your dream lifestyle, luxury travel, or generational wealth? And yet, most Americans overlook them, dismissing them as worthless. Fear not. The ones who recognize it will step into a world of opportunity and status few ever reach. And let's be honest for a moment. How often do you find something worth nearly $1 million lying around without anyone realizing? Not often. That's what makes this coin so intoxicating. Oh, and by the way, if you've been searching your sofa cushions thinking, maybe it's just under the cushions, well, statistically, there's a chance it's exactly there. Now, let's connect the dots. You've heard the story, you understand the rarity, and you've felt the thrill of imagining that coin in your hand. Here's the truth: the market for rare coins like the 1962 D. Lincoln penny is hotter than ever. Wealthy collectors are paying top dollar, and the window to cash in is never permanent. Every day that passes, someone else is buying, selling, and securing these treasures. The urgency is real, and hesitation can cost you hundreds of thousands, or even a fortune. So here's your opportunity. If you have old pennies tucked away, don't dismiss them. Take a moment, examine them, and consider their potential. The 1962 D. Lincoln penny error isn't just a coin, it's a ticket to a different life, a chance to step into a world where rarity and insight pay off in ways ordinary currency never could. And if you act now, you could be the one walking into a collector's shop and hearing the words every coin owner dreams of. This is extraordinary. This is worth almost $1 million. Remember, fortune favors the bold. And in the world of rare coins, it favors those who look closely, think carefully, and act decisively. Your old pennies might be more than just history, they might be your ticket to a lifestyle you've only imagined. So, check those drawers, jars, and albums. That 1962 D. Lincoln penny could be sitting quietly in your hands, waiting for you to recognize its extraordinary value. One coin, one chance, one life-changing discovery. Don't let it slip away. Opening/hook, Act 1, Setup. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in the palm of your hand, a small, unassuming penny that could transform your life forever. It's shiny, coppery, seemingly ordinary, yet one tiny detail makes it worth nearly $1 million. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1964 mint mark Lincoln penny era, a coin so rare that collectors are willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for it. And here's the kicker: you might already have one tucked away in your drawer, forgotten in a dusty old coin jar. Yes, you heard that right. What looks like an everyday penny could actually be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. But before we get into the numbers, let me ask you this. Have you ever wondered how a small mistake in the minting process could turn into a gold mine overnight? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand the story behind this extraordinary coin but also why it could be worth a staggering $976,000 in today's market. And if you're thinking, wow, that's insane, you're not alone. Most people see pennies every day and never imagine one could hold such immense value. But remember, fortune favors the observant. Act 2, Confrontation/Discovery. Now, let's unpack why the 1964 Lincoln penny era is such a sensation in the collector's world. In 1964, the U.S. Mint was producing pennies by the millions. But amid this mass production, a small batch carried a minting mistake, a double-struck or misaligned coin that escaped the mint inspector's attention. These errors are incredibly rare, and rarity, as every collector knows, is the ultimate driver of value. Think about it. While millions of ordinary pennies litter the ground, only a handful of these error coins exist. Owning one is like having a private key to a vault of wealth that most people don't even know exists. And here's a fun mental image. Imagine attending a family barbecue and casually dropping this penny on the table. Everyone thinks it's just a penny, until you tell them, actually, it's worth almost $1 million. Cue the jaw drops. That's the power of rarity, my friend. But the story doesn't stop there. These coins don't just hold value because they're rare, they carry history. They're a snapshot of a time when mistakes became miracles, when an unnoticed imperfection could redefine someone's financial future. And right now, the market demand is hotter than ever. Collectors, investors, and even museums are competing to get their hands on these coins. $976,000 isn't just a number. It's proof of the insatiable appetite for perfection in imperfection. Here's where the emotional stakes come in. Imagine realizing that you've had a fortune sitting in your drawer, untouched for decades. The fear of missing out is real, and it's exactly what makes this coin such a thrilling discovery. People are making life-changing sales, securing financial freedom, and yes, living the wealthy lifestyle they've always dreamed of, all because they recognize the value in something most of us overlook. Act 3, Resolution/Call to Action. So, what does this mean for you? If you own old pennies, it's time to take a closer look. That jar of coins, those loose change piles, could hide more than nostalgia. They could hold your first $1 million opportunity. And the clock is ticking. Coins like the 1964 Lincoln penny era don't stay on the market for long. Each passing day, someone else could snatch up your treasure, turning what could have been your life-changing moment into someone else's story. Now, imagine this. You bring this coin to a trusted collector or auction house, and within weeks, you're holding the sale proceeds in your hands. That's the transformative power of recognizing hidden value, of seeing opportunity where others see ordinary. And the best part? You don't need years of experience to benefit, you just need the knowledge and the courage to act. So here's the takeaway. The 1964 mint mark Lincoln penny era is not just a coin. It's a gateway to financial freedom, a reminder that fortune favors the observant, and an invitation to seize your moment. Whether you've been a collector your whole life or just stumbled upon a dusty penny jar, now is the time to act. Because opportunities this rare don't come knocking twice, and the excitement of uncovering your hidden fortune is unlike anything else. Remember, while the world rushes by with distractions, the patient observer who spots the unusual, the rare, and the overlooked is the one who walks away a millionaire. Could that be you? Only one way to find out. Start your journey today, check those pennies, and maybe, just maybe, you're holding a $976,000 miracle in your hand. Imagine holding a tiny piece of copper in your hand, so small, yet so powerful that it could instantly change your life. A coin that, at first glance, seems ordinary, but in reality, is worth nearly $1 million. Yes, I'm talking about the legendary 1976 Lincoln penny error, a coin so rare that collectors across the country are practically willing to fight for it. If you've ever wondered whether that old jar of pennies in your attic could be hiding a fortune, this might just be your wake-up call. Now, before we dive in, let me ask you this. How many times have you tossed a coin into a drawer, thinking it was just spare change, only to later realize it could have been your ticket to financial freedom? That's the thrill, the fear, and the excitement of rare coin collecting. And today, we're going to explore why the 1976 Lincoln penny with a D mint mark error isn't just a collectible, it's a statement of wealth, opportunity, and timing. Back in 1976, the United States celebrated its bicentennial, and the mint was busier than ever. Coins were produced by the millions, yet amidst this massive production, a handful of pennies slipped through with a peculiar anomaly. The mint mark, D, that should have been subtly stamped now stood out in a way that collectors immediately recognized as an error. Errors like this are what separates ordinary coins from legendary treasures. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's just a penny. How could it be worth hundreds of thousands? Here's the secret. The value isn't just in the metal, it's in rarity, provenance, and the story it tells. Every 1976 era penny is unique, a piece of history frozen in time. And in today's market, where serious collectors are willing to pay top dollar to secure these gems, a single coin can command an astonishing $859,000. Yes, nearly $1 million for a coin that could have been sitting under your couch cushions for decades. Let's pause for a moment. Imagine walking into a coin dealer's office, holding this penny, knowing the person in front of you is thinking, I could spend a fortune, but this coin is priceless. That feeling, the surge of adrenaline, the pulse of possibility, is what collectors live for. And here's a little secret: the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to find one. These coins are vanishing into private collections, never to resurface. So, if you've got a 1976 penny with any irregularities, it's not just a coin, it's a golden opportunity waiting to be claimed. Now, let's lighten the mood for a second. Imagine explaining to your neighbor that a penny from their pocket change is worth as much as a luxury sports car. They'd probably laugh, until you hand them the certificate of authenticity, and watch their jaw drop. That's the beauty of rare coin collecting. It's thrilling, unexpected, and sometimes life-changing. Here's the part that separates dreamers from doers, understanding that timing is everything. The market for ultra-rare coins is hotter than ever. Every day that passes, fewer 1976 era pennies are available for sale. Every private collector who secures one today is securing a piece of history tomorrow, and potentially, a life-altering fortune. Picture yourself sitting down with a financial advisor, casually mentioning that you just sold a single coin for nearly $859,000. The security, the freedom, the lifestyle that comes with that, well, that's the power of knowing your coins, knowing the market, and acting decisively. It's not just about money, it's about taking control of your legacy, making smart moves, and experiencing the thrill of rare collectibles before the opportunity slips away. So, if you're holding old Lincoln pennies in a jar, now is the moment to examine them closely. Look for anomalies, study the mint marks, and recognize that one small coin could be the key to unimaginable wealth. And remember, this isn't just a hobby. It's a gateway to a lifestyle where opportunity meets action, and history meets fortune. Because at the end of the day, that 1976 Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's your ticket to the extraordinary. And the question isn't if someone will pay top dollar for it, it's whether you will be the one to claim it. Don't let the next millionaire coin slip through your fingers. The time is now, the market is red hot, and history is waiting for you to make your move. Imagine holding a small, ordinary penny in your hand and realizing that it could be worth nearly $1 million. Sounds like a scene from a movie, right? But in the world of rare coins, this is reality. Today, We're diving into the story of one of the most extraordinary coins in American history, the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. Most people pass it by every day, not knowing that this tiny piece of copper could change a life forever. If you've ever wondered whether a coin in your drawer could make you rich, this is the moment you've been waiting for. You might be thinking, a penny? Really? Yes, a penny. And not just any penny. The 1978 Lincoln cent without a mint mark is one of the most elusive and sought-after coins in the collector's world. For years, it has been quietly slipping under the radar, tucked away in coin collections, drawers, and forgotten jars. And here's the kicker: its current market value has reached an astonishing $945,000. Let that sink in for a moment. Nearly $1 million for a coin you might have tossed into a piggy bank as a child. Now, before you rush to check your change jar, let's step back and understand why this coin is so rare and why collectors are willing to pay top dollar. The story begins in 1978, a year that seemed ordinary in every way. Movies, music, and yes, even coins appeared standard. But hidden in the mass production of Lincoln pennies, a few were struck without a mint mark. A small, seemingly insignificant error, but one that instantly made these pennies ultra-rare. In the coin world, errors like this are gold, or, in this case, copper. Collectors see rarity as the ultimate status symbol. Owning a 1978 no-mint mark penny isn't just owning a coin. It's owning a piece of history that very few people in the world will ever hold. Imagine walking into a room and casually placing nearly $1 million on the table. A conversation starter, a power move, a reminder that wealth comes in unexpected forms. Here's where it gets even more fascinating. Coin collectors, investors, and high-net-worth individuals are constantly hunting for coins that can appreciate dramatically over time. This penny isn't just rare, it's highly demanded, and the market shows it. $945,000 isn't just a number, it's proof that scarcity creates opportunity. The excitement in the collector's market is palpable. People literally compete to own this penny, and every month, the competition and the value grows. And just in case you're wondering, no, it's not just hype. Auction houses, private collectors, and online marketplaces are all clamoring for this coin. If you had this penny in your possession today, you'd be in a position most people only dream of. And yes, that includes the possibility of securing a lifestyle most people only see in magazines. Luxury, travel, freedom. Now, before you start checking your sofa cushions, let me warn you, finding this coin isn't like finding a lost sock. It's rare, and the window of opportunity to own one is shrinking. But isn't that part of the thrill? After all, if it were easy, everyone would be rich. So, what does this mean for you? If you own old pennies, or even a modest coin collection, this is the moment to pay attention. The 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln cent represents more than a collectible. It's a key to opportunity, a chance to enter an elite circle of collectors and investors who know the value of rarity. Imagine the doors it could open, the freedom it could bring. And here's the urgent truth: coins like this don't stay hidden forever. Every day, someone, somewhere, is selling or buying a rare penny that could transform their financial future. The excitement, the adrenaline, the sense of possibility, it's all real, and it's happening right now. So, if you have old pennies in your collection or stashed away in drawers, now is the time to look closely. Don't let fear or hesitation keep you from discovering potential treasures. One coin could change everything. One decision could turn an ordinary day into the start of an extraordinary journey toward wealth and recognition. In the world of rare coins, knowledge is power, and action is profit. Your 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln cent could be the ticket to a life most only dream about. And remember, every $1 million coin started as an overlooked penny in someone's hand. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history between your fingers, a coin so rare that it could change the course of your life forever. That's right, a single penny, minted in 1981, with no mint mark, has recently made headlines, fetching a jaw-dropping $989,000 in today's market. Yes, almost $1 million for a coin that most people toss into a jar without a second thought. Now I know what you're thinking. A penny? Seriously? But here's the truth: this isn't just any penny. This is a treasure that the US Mint never intended to exist, a one-in-a-million mistake that has collectors scrambling and wealthy investors salivating. Now, before we dive deeper, let me ask you, have you ever wondered what's hiding in your drawers, your old jars, or even your grandma's cookie tin? What if one of those forgotten coins could turn into a fortune beyond your wildest imagination? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you might see your old coins in a whole new light. And trust me, this isn't a maybe someday story, it's happening right now. Let's go back to 1981, a year of transformation in America, from the rise of pop culture to monumental changes in finance. That same year, the US Mint produced the Lincoln penny, a coin that's almost always overlooked. But in rare, almost magical circumstances, some pennies were struck without a mint mark. Why is that so significant? Because mint marks aren't just letters, they are proof of origin, a seal of authenticity. When one is missing, collectors see history gone rogue, a beautiful flaw that the market craves. Picture this, a 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny sitting quietly in a jar, unseen, ignored. Then, one day, someone recognizes its rarity. Suddenly, that ordinary coin becomes extraordinary. That moment, the instant you realize you might be holding something worth nearly $1 million, is electrifying. Can you feel it? The mix of excitement, disbelief, and yes, even a hint of fear that someone else might snatch it before you even realize its value? That's exactly why collectors and investors pay top dollar. And here's a little secret: this coin isn't just valuable because it's rare. It's valuable because it represents something bigger, the power of opportunity and foresight. Those who recognized its potential early are now living proof that wealth sometimes hides in the smallest places. I mean, who would have thought that a tiny copper disc, smaller than your thumbnail, could be your gateway to financial freedom? It's almost funny when you think about it, a penny that can buy a mansion. But that's the reality in the high-stakes world of rare coins. By the way, if you're looking at the coins in your couch cushions thinking, maybe I've got one of these magical pennies, don't start flipping your cushions in public, you might scare the neighbors. But seriously, the thought that one of your coins could be worth more than your car is enough to get anyone's pulse racing. Now here's where it gets critical. The 1981 no-mint mark penny is in extremely high demand, and prices are skyrocketing. $989,000 is the current market value, but that number is moving. Every day, collectors hunt for these coins, and the opportunities to sell are fleeting. If you have even a single penny from 1981 that seems off, or lacks a mint mark, you are sitting on potential wealth that most people only dream about. This is more than a coin, it's a chance to transform your financial story, to claim a fortune that could redefine your lifestyle. The window is narrow because every day that passes, someone else might find the coin you could have sold for nearly $1 million. You can almost feel the urgency in the air. This is a rare, once-in-a-lifetime moment that calls for action. So, what should you do next? Examine your coins. Get them appraised by a reputable collector or grading service. And if you discover the 1981 no-mint mark penny, prepare yourself for a financial opportunity that doesn't come around often. Imagine holding that piece of history in your hand, knowing that a single decision could change your life forever. In conclusion, the story of the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just about coins. It's about vision, timing, and seizing rare opportunities. Wealth isn't always in the stock market or real estate. Sometimes, it's in the small, unexpected treasures hiding in plain sight. So check your collections, cherish the possibilities, and remember, history favors the bold, and fortune rewards those who act before the rest. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could instantly transform your life. Not tomorrow, not next year, but today. A coin so rare, so astonishing, that collectors are willing to pay almost $1 million just to claim it. Sounds like a dream? Well, it's real. The 1991 mint mark Lincoln penny. But not just any penny. This is the one with the fabled mint error that has sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. And if you're sitting on one in your collection, your chance to turn it into a life-changing fortune is staring right back at you. Now, before you scroll away thinking, it's just a penny, let me stop you there. What if I told you that this humble copper disc is currently valued at $996,000? Almost $1 million for what most people call pocket change. Yes, I said pocket change. Makes you check your old coin jars, doesn't it? And here's the kicker: these pennies are incredibly rare. Only a handful exist with the specific minting error that transforms this ordinary penny into a collector's holy grail. But don't blink too long, because opportunities like this don't wait. Every moment you hesitate, someone else is scanning online auctions, scouring coin shops, and snapping up treasures you might overlook. So, let's dive in and uncover exactly what makes this 1991 D penny not just valuable, but extraordinary, and why this could be your ticket to financial triumph. To understand why this penny is worth nearly $1 million, we need to go back to 1991. The U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln cents, but one particular batch from the Denver Mint, hence the D Mint mark, came out not quite right. Most pennies are flawless, with every detail crisp and predictable. But occasionally, a coin emerges with an error so distinct, so striking, it captures the attention of serious collectors worldwide. This 1991 D penny is one of those anomalies. Here's where it gets fascinating. The error isn't obvious to the casual eye. You won't spot it at a glance. It's subtle but unmistakable to those who know what to look for: a slight doubling in the mint mark, a misalignment that makes the coin almost glow with rarity. It's like finding a diamond in a haystack the size of Texas. And here's a little humor for you. Imagine showing this penny to your friends and saying, "Oh, it's just a penny," while secretly knowing it's worth almost $1 million. Priceless reaction, guaranteed. Collectors are desperate for these pennies because supply is minuscule. You see, coins with such errors are not just scarce, they're historical anomalies. They're artifacts of a moment in minting history that can never be replicated. Owning one isn't just about money, it's about prestige. It's about being part of an elite circle who truly understands the value of rarity. And the market proves it. Sales and auctions for coins like this can skyrocket in a heartbeat, often reaching sums that defy imagination. Here's a question to reset your attention. Have you ever wondered if your spare change could secretly be a life-altering fortune? That coin sitting in your drawer, ignored for years, might just be the key to achieving the financial freedom you've always dreamed of. And don't underestimate the urgency here. These pennies are being snapped up fast, and as interest grows, the window to act is shrinking. Now, imagine this scenario. You discover you own one of these rare 1991 D-era pennies. Your heart races. You start researching. The market is red hot. The value? Currently pegged at $996,000. Almost $1 million in your hands for something that used to jingle in your pocket unnoticed. But here's the secret: timing is everything. Those who hesitate could watch someone else seize their fortune. This is more than a coin, it's a symbol of opportunity. And here's the inspiring truth: history shows that pennies like this don't just sit around. Every year, collectors, investors, and passionate hobbyists hunt tirelessly for errors like this, knowing full well that a single find can change their life. And that could be you. Imagine telling your friends, family, or even clients, "Yes, that coin? It changed everything." Excitement, pride, financial security, status, all from one tiny piece of metal. So, here's the reality. If you have old Lincoln pennies tucked away in drawers, albums, or even jars in your attic, it's time to take a closer look. Because that ordinary 1991 D Lincoln penny could be hiding an extraordinary fortune. Don't let fear of uncertainty stop you. Don't let procrastination rob you of a potentially life-changing moment. Step into the world of rare coin collecting, verify your finds, and tap into a market that is hungry for exactly what you have. The 1991 D Mint Mark penny is not just a collector's dream, it's $1 million reality, waiting for someone bold enough to recognize it. So dig, examine, and explore your collection today. Your fortune might just be sitting under your nose, disguised as simple pocket change. And remember, in the world of rare coins, those who act decisively aren't just collectors, they are winners. Imagine holding a small coin in the palm of your hand, a coin that, at first glance, looks just like any other penny sitting in your pocket. But what if I told you this tiny piece of copper could change your life? That a single 1998 Lincoln penny, one without a mint mark, could be worth a staggering $855,000 today. Yes, nearly $1 million for something most people would toss aside without a second thought. And the kicker? Most collectors and even professional coin dealers might walk past it without realizing the fortune they're missing. Now, I know what you're thinking. A penny? Really? But here's the truth. The 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is not just rare, it's legendary. Coins like this exist in the realm of whispers among the wealthy, in secret vaults, and in auction houses where fortunes are quietly made. And today, you have the chance to understand exactly why this coin commands such astronomical value, and why it could be sitting right under your nose, waiting to make someone's life extraordinary. Let's step back for a moment. In 1998, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln pennies. But somewhere in that ocean of copper, a tiny batch slipped through the system without a mint mark. It's a subtle anomaly, almost invisible to the untrained eye. But for the discerning collector, it is pure gold. And here's where things get fascinating. Coins like this are the holy grail of numismatics. They are not just rare, they are practically extinct in pristine condition. Owning one is like owning a piece of history that can literally be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Picture the tension at an auction. The room falls silent as the coin is passed around under bright lights. Collectors lean forward, heart racing, palms sweaty. They know that the next bid could be life-changing. And here's the secret most people don't realize. This isn't just a collector's item. This is liquid wealth disguised as a humble penny. Sell it at the right time, in the right place, and you're not just cashing in on a coin, you're stepping into a lifestyle reserved for the financially elite. And here's a little humor for you. Imagine telling someone, "I just found a penny in my couch cushions worth $855,000. Their jaw would drop, and you'd smile knowing they can't even begin to fathom the hidden treasures they're overlooking every day. But don't get too comfortable laughing, because that could be you if you ignore this opportunity. Now, let's talk about why this matters right now. The market for ultra-rare coins is hotter than ever. Auctions for coins like the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln penny are drawing bidders from around the globe, all ready to pay insane sums for a chance to own a piece of American history. Every day that passes without checking your collection, without asking the right questions, is a day someone else might be collecting what could have been yours. Imagine the excitement, the rush of seeing your coin under a magnifying glass, the thrill of knowing you are holding something that could instantly elevate your financial status. And don't underestimate the power of timing. The market rewards action, precision, and knowledge. Those who act decisively are the ones who walk away with millions, while others remain on the sidelines, wondering why they didn't look a little closer at that dusty jar of pennies. So here's the takeaway. If you have old coins lying around, especially Lincoln pennies from the late 90s, don't ignore them. Examine them. Authenticate them. Because among them could be a 1998 no-mint mark penny worth nearly $1 million today. This is your chance to turn something ordinary into extraordinary, to transform nostalgia into wealth, and to claim a piece of history that could elevate your lifestyle beyond imagination. Remember, opportunity favors the prepared, the bold, and the informed. The next time you hold a simple penny in your hand, ask yourself, could this be the coin that changes everything? Because for the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, every second counts, every discovery matters, and the potential is nothing short of life-altering. Imagine holding a small copper coin between your fingers, no bigger than a dime, yet capable of changing your financial destiny. Now picture this, a 2007 mint mark Lincoln penny, seemingly ordinary, tucked away in a drawer or forgotten in a dusty collection, suddenly revealing a flaw that transforms it into a treasure worth nearly $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $907,000 for a coin most people would barely glance at. The thought alone sends a chill down your spine and an electric jolt of excitement to anyone who has ever dreamed of turning forgotten possessions into life-changing wealth. You might be wondering, how does a penny, of all things, reach such staggering value? Well, it starts with an error, a rare minting mistake that only the most observant collectors would notice. And in the world of rare coins, being observant isn't just a skill, it's a fortune-making superpower. But before we dive into the details, let me ask you this. Have you ever looked at your change and wondered if your future fortune was hiding in plain sight? If not, perhaps it's time you do. Back in 2007, the US Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies, each stamped with the D Mint mark. Most circulated quietly, ending up in pockets, vending machines, or tip jars. But in a small number of coins, something extraordinary happened: a misalignment, a doubled die, or an overstrike that rendered them instantly unique. And for those who understand the rare coin market, unique is the word that opens vaults. Here's the fascinating part: these errors are not just mistakes, they are opportunities that the Mint inadvertently created. They are nature's way of whispering, "Fortune favors the alert." One 2007 D Lincoln penny with the right error can command $907,000 in today's market. Yes, a single penny. Not a gold bar, not a stock option, a single copper disc that most would overlook in a pocket. Now, I know what you might be thinking. A penny? Really? Let's pause and imagine. You're at your kitchen table, sorting coins, perhaps while enjoying your morning coffee, and suddenly, bam, you spot it. That unmistakable mark, that subtle error that screams rarity. The excitement, the disbelief, the rush, it's almost cinematic. And here's a secret: in the coin collecting world, these moments happen more than you think, but only for those who pay attention. Humorously enough, most people have thrown away coins that could have made them millionaires. It's like tossing a lottery ticket into the trash and walking away. And that's the fear every collector lives with, the fear of missing out on a fortune hiding in plain sight. But today, you have the knowledge. Today, you can recognize it before it's gone. The demand for rare era coins has never been higher. Wealthy collectors, investors, and enthusiasts are competing fiercely to add these treasures to their collections. A 2007 D Lincoln penny with the right mint error isn't just valuable, it's highly sought after, a symbol of exclusivity and rare luck that only a fortunate few will ever hold. Imagine the prestige, the conversations, the thrill of owning, or selling, such a coin. Now, here's the crucial point: time is never on the side of forgotten coins. The longer an error stays unrecognized, the more someone else could claim it, turning a potential $907,000 windfall into nothing more than another coin in circulation. That urgency is real, and it's what separates ordinary collectors from those who live a truly wealthy lifestyle. You want your collection to work for you, to transform your history into prosperity. So, if you're sitting on old pennies, Lincoln cents, or any coins from that era, it's time to take action. Examine them, research them, and consult experts if needed. The 2007 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny with an error is not just a coin, it's a key to unlocking financial excitement, prestige, and freedom. And for those who act wisely, the reward isn't just money. It's proof that you can see opportunity where others see the ordinary. That's the power of knowledge, timing, and vision. In the end, this isn't just about pennies. It's about possibility. It's about realizing that in the most unexpected places, wealth is waiting. And sometimes, it's as small as a single copper coin sitting quietly in your collection. But with awareness, insight, and decisiveness, that quiet penny can roar into life as a fortune worth nearly $1 million. Remember, the world of rare coins is moving fast, and those who act decisively are the ones who turn history into prosperity. Your next discovery could be a 2007 D Lincoln penny, sitting right under your nose, ready to redefine what small change really means.